All right, we've had a lot of questions about our upcoming competition, specifically one of the movements that we're going to be doing in the strength division. So we're going to go over that, hopefully clear up any confusion that there might be. I apologize for the crappy sound quality. Cell phone camera, big open gym, makes it echoey. Anyway, for the strength division, it's going to be a 12-minute AMRAP, male, female partnerships. There are basically 3 movements that we're going to be doing. It starts with 50 clean and jerks. The weight is going to be 115 for the men and 75 for the women. And you can split those reps up however you want. You can do singles, you can do sets of 5, you can do sets of 10. Split it up however you want. You also don't have to do even number reps between each partnership. If one person wants to do more than the other, that is acceptable as long as a partnership you accomplish those 50 reps. After the 50 clean and jerks, we have 50 snatches. And once again, the snatches, they can be any snatch variation you want. It can be a muscle snatch, a power snatch, a squat snatch, as long as every rep is going to start from the ground and then end up locked out overhead. So you have 50 reps of each. After your snatches and clean jerks, your judge will note the time, and that will be serve as a tiebreaker in the case of a tie on the next portion. So, depending on how long those 100 reps take you, whatever time is left in the 12-minute AMRAP, you are going to have for both partners to find a 1 rep max bear complex using 1 single bar. That doesn't mean both partners have to do the same amount of weight. It just means you only have 1 bar to kind of go back and forth. And some of you might have, 5 or 6 minutes. Some of you might have 2 minutes. So it's a good idea to have an idea of where you want to be coming into the competition, so you don't waste time on reps that you don't need to. One other thing to note on the bear complex. Typically, a bear complex is going to, your standard bear complex is a power clean followed by a front squat, a push press to your back, a back squat, and then a push press from the back. We're changing that up a little bit for the competition to allow people to get higher numbers. And there are a couple of variations that are going to be acceptable. You can do a squat clean thruster, set the weight on your back, do a back squat, and then press out overhead. Also, jerks will be allowed from both the front rack position after your front squat, and then also from the back. So any version of the jerk will be allowed. So what we're looking for is that the whole complex starts from the ground. You clean the weight, hit full depth on the front squat, and then lock it out overhead to the back squat, and then lock it out overhead again. So you can involve those jerks as needed. So I'll show you a couple of variations really quickly. We flip the camera over here. Your standard bear complex is just going to be clean front squat, push press to your back, and then back squat and press overhead. So that one is acceptable if you want to do that. But to allow more weight, we're going to allow, the first thing we're going to do is a squat clean thruster. So we can catch it, go right overhead, back squat, go right overhead. That is also acceptable. And then the third variation is starts from the ground, clean the weight, front squat the weight, stand it up, and then you can do any version of the jerk that you want, as long as you lock it out, set it down, back squat, come back, you can do a split jerk if you want, jerk it overhead, bring your feet together, and your complex is over. So, any of those variations are acceptable. If you have any questions about the format, the movements, feel free to reach out, send us a Facebook message, and we'll be back to you. Thanks.